Somewhere in the evolution of modern food culture, complexity became confused with quality. Restaurant menus celebrate dishes assembled from dozens of components. Packaged foods compete on the novelty of their ingredient lists. Nutrition influencers promote increasingly elaborate protocols of supplements, superfoods, and preparation rituals. Against all of this, the Greenlandic Inuit stand as an emphatic counterargument. Their food was frozen, raw, boiled, or dried. Seasoning was minimal to non-existent. Combinations were simple. Nutritional adequacy was not in question. This is not a case for culinary asceticism or for abandoning the considerable pleasures of complex cooking. It is a case for understanding the nutritional logic of simplicity and for recognizing that the processing revolution that has given us an abundance of available, inexpensive, shelf-stable food has also created a category of health consequences that simpler eating largely avoids. Ultra-processed foods, a category defined by Nova researchers as those containing ingredients not typically found in home kitchens and produced through industrial processes, now constitute a majority of caloric intake in the United States diet. The evidence connecting ultra-processed food consumption to obesity, metabolic syndrome, cardiovascular disease, depression, and all-cause mortality has become substantial enough that it is difficult to dismiss as correlation. The mechanisms under investigation include disrupted satiety signaling, altered microbiome composition, elevated consumption of additives, emulsifiers, and artificial flavors, and displacement of whole food micronutrients by empty calories. The minimal processing principle, as illustrated by the Greenlandic model, has several practical implications. Foods in their whole, recognizable form are digested and metabolized differently than their processed counterparts. Whole salmon, cooked simply, provides protein, omega-3s, B vitamins, and minerals in a matrix the body handles efficiently. Salmon-flavored crackers with refined flour and industrial seed oil provide a distant echo of that nutrition at far greater caloric and inflammatory cost. The simpler the preparation, the closer the food is to the form in which evolution shaped human digestive physiology to process it. There is also a psychological and behavioral argument for simplicity. Elaborate meal preparation creates a high barrier to healthy eating that many people, operating under time and energy constraints, cannot consistently clear. Simple cooking a piece of fish with salt, steamed vegetables, a handful of berries removes that barrier. It also removes the opportunity for food manufacturers to replace whole food nutrients with synthetic substitutes and call the result nutritionally equivalent. The warning in this analysis is aimed at the opposite excess, orthorexic rigidity that turns simplicity into an oppressive food rule set. The goal is not to eat in the most austere manner possible, but to establish a dietary baseline, most meals, most of the time, that honors the nutritional logic of minimally processed whole food. Complexity can be a pleasure. It should not be the default. The Inuit did not have a choice about dietary simplicity. Modern people do, and the evidence suggests that choosing it more often would serve them well.